I'm replacing the factory radio with an aftermarket Kenwood stereo on this 2008 Toyota 4Runner. And I was going to show you some of the wiring harness products that I used, and I am going to tie this unit up. Not going to do the whole install in this video, but to kind of show you before all this is not visible, the harnesses that I ordered from Crutchfield that helped make this easier. The products are by Maestro. They are a little confusing if you've never used one before, so I'm just going to kind of walk through those details. There's 3 specific products for my installation. Yours may differ. This is a 2008 Toyota 4Runner with the JBL sound system with no navigation. So it's important to know that, because you may have different products, but if you contact the professionals at Crutchfield, they'll be able to show you what you need for your vehicle. First product I'm going to talk about is the actual Maestro box here. So this box is going to allow me to retain the factory steering wheel controls. Important, I want to keep that retained for my daughter, and we're going to have that usability. One important thing about this box is before you install, you need to program it to your specific vehicle, and it's going to ask you also to program it to your specific radio. It's going to ask you for a serial number, and the people at Crutchfield will be able to tell you to make sure that this is compatible with the radio that you purchased. We're using a Kenwood DMX 809S, so this is supported by this product. So that's one of the products right there that I got in the box. Don't let all these crazy connectors confuse you here. What I will kind of show you a little bit of a close-up. You're going to have a blue connector. It's easy to see where that one's going to go because it's blue on the box, it's blue on the connector. The green on the box, and green on the connector. The black here is a 3-pin, looks like the power, ground, and remote, and it's only going to plug in one area. And this one right here is part of the iDatalink system. This radio is supported by iDatalink, so we needed to plug that in. The opposite side there's 2 black connectors. You can't plug them in any other way, so you won't be able to mess those 2 up. That part number that I'm using for my radio is going to be right here. So if you're curious, kind of what the box looks like too, that is the Maestro RR with the iDatalink. Another piece that I ordered and came with my kit is going to be a Kenwood specific harness. If I could show you that. This is the Kenwood specific harness that is also by Maestro. And so there's going to be like this purple connector that comes off one of the iDatalink connectors that goes to this part of the harness. I'm not exactly sure what that wire's running, but that was also a Maestro product. You can see the part number here, and I'll show you the box on that. So that's going to be this part number here. Again, this was radio specific for my vehicle. So if you're curious and you need that, and if you're getting the Kenwood radio, and again, Crutchfield will be able to walk you through that. The other part for mine that was vehicle specific is this big harness right here that goes to all the factory pins. So there was really no cutting here. So if you're going to open up this box, I'll show you that part number. This is what went on mine, and again, this is for the 2008 Toyota 4Runner. You're going to open that box and you're going to get a little confused because they've got several jumper wires in there that you use that are, I would say, vehicle specific. Say if you had a different plug, a 28 versus a 20 pin plug, maybe if you had navigation, things like that. So this harness comes with this part already ready that's going to connect. It would connect directly into the Kenwood, but mine needed this adapter as well. And then it splits off into a Y, which is what goes to your Maestro box. So highly recommend that, so you're not having to sit here and wire all that in. That's a lot of wires to wire in, so I would highly recommend calling Crutchfield and getting that already ready. On mine, I had to use, in the box, there's several of these connectors that switch, say, from this type of connector to a 20 pin or 28 pin. So I'm using connector A that's in the box to go back to the factory harness there, and I used connector B on this one, and it goes into, say, this little plug here, and connector B goes there to the factory plug. And then this one was already on the harness. There was nothing, no adapters or anything to put on there, so that went in again to the factory plug. This wire here, that's part built into this. This is going to your OBD2 connector. So I've already run that. I've almost finished this up so I can put that radio in. Everything I've got over here, again, this is just the factory antenna. I'm just going to plug that back into the Kenwood radio. And then all of this is things that came with the Kenwood radio, except for I am putting a backup camera. So this wire did not, but I've just got to connect this one for the camera that I'm using to the reverse signal on the radio. That's just my GPS and my microphone there. So hopefully this was helpful for you. If you're installing the Maestro products, you're trying to change out that factory radio, even if it's not on a 2008 Toyota 4Runner, highly suggest contacting Crutchfield, get their expertise. Don't do butt connections and try to figure this out on your own. They have everything you need there. Again, I hope it was helpful. Please subscribe and share, and that's to the point.